And now for a quick disclaimer. The T-Bone
and Chick Brew
in the morning show is for infotainment purposes only.
The opinions expressed here do not represent
Naval Station Rota, the Armed Forces Network,
or the Department of Defense.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.
Are they working?
No, not so much.
Yeah.
Louder.
What?
Yep.
No. Okay.
That's why I bought new ones, because the old ones didn't work.
Are these them? Because I don't know what these are either.
Those could be them.
These hurt.
It's all right.
These
Just
hurt my head.
watch my levels, so when I scream, which I do a lot, you know that, it doesn't come over. Man, woo, boy, I am so excited.
I'm winning.
We have so much to talk about today, and I'm just energized because I got out this morning. I got my miles in. Yeah, did you do that?
No, I didn't.
No,
but I'm still winning.
I heard you proclaim repeatedly that you are winning. However,
that's not true.
The facts are not that.
I was being fake news.
You are essentially fake news. Look, here's the deal with the SoberOctoberRota competition. We have to not drink for the month. How are you doing on that?
I'm fine there.
Yeah, same here, surprisingly. It's I got to tell you, when it comes to my nightly cocktail, I miss it. But I'm okay. I'm doing all right,
Well, I was talking with someone the other day, and they're like, "Oh, are you going to Navy Ball?" And I said, "Yes." And they go, "But you're not drinking?" And I was like, "You know what's funny? Last year, I was doing Sober October sans miles, but I wasn't drinking last October either."
Ooh, that's really loud, isn't it? Sorry about that.
What was that?
Notifications.
You're too
good morning,
morning,
Okinawa. We got our friends out there that want to say hi first thing in the morning.
That's true.
So I turned it down. So my usual nightcap, I like that. I like my cocktail at night, but I haven't had it, so I'm doing okay. I do get tempted a lot. Like, one of my first runs, people see me, "Hey, come, I'll buy you a beer."
That's mean.
That's funny. And then I've got this bottle of wine that I didn't finish before October, even though I tried to drink all the alcohol in the house before the beginning of the month. So I got this.
It probably wouldn't taste very good.
And there's 2 glasses of wine still left in this bottle, and it's just teasing me.
It'll probably taste like garbage,
I just really want to know, what is unique to the Tony Gaetti nightcap?
Oh, we'll talk about that. No using of the real name here, man.
I gotta.
Oh, my bad.
So we're going to be talking about the people that are competing. We're going to be talking smack about the people who are competing at SoberOctoberRota. We're going to be talking about the challenges that face us. We're going to be talking about Rota Rideshare. We're going to be talking about a final decision made on this Rota Santa run. Oktoberfest is right around the corner. Yeah.
I've been eating all the Oktoberfest food at my favorite eatery, but they know me so well, and I have to say, "No, I'm not drinking," and they look at me like I'm crazy.
Yeah, something wrong?
Yes, are you unwell? I'm like, no, man.
Just a bubble water, please.
No, just regular water.
I love bubble water. We're going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about hip flexors and tenderloins and pain management. Oh, we're going to be talking about all kinds of crazy stuff today. It's SoberOctoberRota. We're into day 4. Stay tuned. We got a bunch coming this show. It's T-Bone and Chick Brew in the morning. We got so distracted by having fun, we forgot to fix my headphone situation.
Oh, well, all the headphones are a situation today.
We don't have the budget.
Yes, we've already said good morning, Okinawa. Yes, we got you. You are listening, and we appreciate it. So,
good morning again.
Yes, good morning again. He refuses to participate in SoberOctoberRota because he's in Okinawa, whatever. And,
I don't know what that means. It's not like he said, "I'm in Denver."
He's an old man, and he just can't give it up for a month, That's all it is, just a month.
Oh,
there were like 26 days until November 1st. Ooh, November 1st is the day that we can drink, right? Because that's the end of Sober October.
Yeah.
So
only midnight on Halloween. Got it.
1 minute after midnight on Halloween.
That's fine.
Yeah, there you go.
I will not even be awake anymore.
I'm going to my Halloween parties as a teetotaler, and then at midnight, like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, I'm going to switch to a lush.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
So you got that going, but November 1st, also having a comedy show at the Plaza.
Oh,
yeah,
here.
Armed Forces Entertainment is bringing us comedians once again to get
Anyone
up on the
you know?
stage there and tell some jokes. No one I know this time around.
Of course
It doesn't mean I'm not going to try to get to know them, and it doesn't mean I'm not going to try to get MWR to configure the area where we do comedy in a better way. So I had the very unique perspective actually getting on stage the last time Slade Ham, Sam DeMars, and the rest of the crew, and Julie were all here for the last Armed Forces Entertainment thing. So I had the unique opportunity of getting the perspective from on stage, and it's horrible. The room itself is so big because there's nothing separating the stage and the audience from everything else that is La Plaza. And if they have any of those privacy curtains or the privacy separators,
just steal them from the hospital.
Just separate the separate the stage from the bar, the pool table, the pizza place. If they could do that, it would make a huge improvement in the quality of the show. But if they don't do that, I beg them, please move it to that little room to the left.
Comedy shows, unless you're like
unless you're in an arena
or someone, and but then there's no other distractions, right? Like you have the room. There's no pool, there's no casino, there's nothing else behind you.
There's no NASCAR on the television. Right. I've had to do shows in bars like that.
Right, which, I mean, that's fine. That's probably better than having me there, because I'm a heckler.
Oh.
I can't help myself.
Not my favorite kind of person right now.
I know. Well, you know me, I can't be trusted. Oh, she's so quiet and no, that's not real.
Yeah, so it should be if it's
small. Small.
Yeah, unless it's a room designed specifically for that. The acoustics, everything is off. Speaking, are you about to sneeze?
Oh no, everything's fine.
You look like you're about to sneeze. Turn away from the microphone, sneezy.
I'm gonna save it for your microphone. Don't worry.
I have thought about moving my studio to my downstairs bathroom. True story. I'm in there today just kind of looking around. I don't really use it except for the mirror. And I'm like, the lighting is really good in here. The acoustics is horrible, but I have a bunch of the foamies that I could put up on the wall, and it'd be the only podcast done from a bathroom, I think. I don't think anybody else is doing that.
T-Bone's toilet bowl talking. T-Bone's toilet bowl talks, yes.
T-Bone's toilet bowl talk. For my friends who are down with alliteration, there you go. That's the new podcast of the day. So we still got a lot more to talk about. We'll talk, whatever. Just listen. We'll tell you more. I'm not going to tease this. It's T-Bone and Chick Brew in the morning. So we're talking, and can't hear myself. So
cool.
This is the situation that we are dealing with, unfortunately. So
I can hear
we're
you,
talking about
great.
SoberOctoberRota. We're talking about the competition. So it's not only was it staying alcohol free for the 31 days that is the month. It is also about getting those miles in, getting outside, putting one foot in front of the other, picking up your arms, and go Kajikopter. Currently on the leaderboard, surprisingly,
me,
the old fat guy is winning. Since we have started, I have logged 18 miles, and in second place is Pat, and Pat's got 10 miles. The other four competitors have not really made a breakthrough yet, but I've got faith that they'll start to get into a rhythm and start to build up their miles. So I
am winning.
But here's the thing I have to be concerned with. It's really good being in the lead right now. It just boosts my ego, makes me feel really good. But I know Pat and Will are both athletes. Like they could destroy everything that I've done in 3.5 days in a single run, should they be so inclined. But once upon a time, I was also an athlete. And I remember on my trophy in my office, we logged, we had a miles competition, and I broke 300 in 1 month. It can be done. I don't know if I'm still capable of doing it, but it's about consistency. It's a live action version of the tortoise and the hare. Pat is definitely a hare, and I am definitely a tortoise, an old crippled tortoise.
I am there. I've showed up.
It's going to be fine. We're going to have a good time. I love the spirit of competition that's going on right now. A little bit of smack talking back and forth and mutually supportive.
I was going to say, it's actually been really supportive.
Yeah, so...
I'm having a good time.
If you and your friends out there have got haven't got anything to do, think about doing something like this, challenging yourself or your small circle, your small group of friends to do something that's mutually beneficial and supportive. So the benefit of Sober October SoberOctoberRota is it's no drinking, which is always a bonus for your body, a nice reset. It's exercise, which is good, and we're dieting. So I have chose to go with a combination of two diets that have worked for me separately in the
I
past.
ate cake for breakfast yesterday.
You had cake for breakfast?
It's fine. Everything's fine. I'm here. I ate breakfast. It's the most important meal of the day, which is not something I normally do.
Breakfast is the most important meal of the day, but breakfast only occurs when you first eat that day. So it doesn't have to happen in the
So
morning.
I had breakfast
In the morning.
at 11:30,
Okay.
and it wasn't like a whole piece of cake. I had like some left over. I saved this. This cake lasted me 3 days. I made a stretch. I made
you
it
had a
count.
cake that lasted you 3 days.
No, like a piece of cake from my favorite eatery from Oktoberfest. Instead of eating all of it at once, made it last for 3 days.
I specialized in leftovers for 3 days. There's a certain meat house that we eat at out in Sandokan, and they always would give me 3 days worth of leftovers. Oh,
There's no way.
Fantastic food.
Yeah, delicious. I haven't been there in like 3 years, 4 years now.
You should go again because the prices haven't changed and the
Let
food
me
is
know
still
next time you're
spectacular.
driving out that way.
Well, maybe in November
No, yeah, okay.
because they have beer. And I don't need that kind of temptation. Well, while you try to figure out how a certain someone is locked behind a gate, we're going to go back to the music.
Thank you. Oh,
Yeah.
you're going rogue.
Well, I don't know what to do. I mean, why,
I don't either.
Why
I don't
would
know.
I wear headphones that don't work? There's a reason I bought headphones for this place. It's because all the headphones here didn't work.
Do you want to try these headphones? They're very uncomfortable. Here, I'll plug these in for you.
Well, we can wait until the
Well,
next-
now I can't hear anything.
Well,
so
you could put these
I'm
on and it'll
going
make you
rogue.
feel good.
Well, I know.
Plus, you have the ability to see the board. I can't see the board.
Tell me
If I
that
could
works.
see the board, I could move my mouth back and forth from the microphone.
Yo. I don't know what that sounded like.
So a little
Anything?
bit higher here. And there we go.
There we go.
And that's how you stop a grown man from complaining like a little child.
Small.
That's how you do it.
Small man child. No.
Speaking of little child, I went to the dentist recently.
Yeah, how was that?
Wow. I'm going to tell you. Here's what I'm going to say to all of our active duty friends. Go to the dentist now. Get everything done now while you are on active duty. The men and women at our dental clinic are professionals. They do an excellent job, and they actually care about your comfort. I went out in town, and I'm going to say two things. Number one, my first appointment, amazing. Spoke perfect English, was paying attention to all of my needs. He was very, very good. And then we made an appointment for a follow-on, and then that changed, and I got another appointment, and the wait was typical, as you would expect out in town. You have an appointment at X time, and it's not until XYZ time that you finally get in. And then nobody speaks English. And of course, my Spanish isn't good enough to express what needs. And and it came down to holding my mouth wide open for almost 2 hours. Now, I don't know how long you exercise those masticating muscles on the corners of your jaw, but I don't. Except for eating, I don't hold my mouth open on a regular basis to train those muscles. So after an extended period of time, they reach exhaustion, and my mouth just starts shaking uncontrollably. But she's in my mouth with a drill, and it doesn't stop her at all. And I'm very uncomfortable with the fact that she's drilling while I'm... Oh, my gosh. Man. It was a very traumatic experience. So traumatic that prior to my next appointment, I'm going to ask the doctor if we can up the medication I take before I go into the appointment, because I was not a happy camper that evening.
They don't have like one of those really, really uncomfortable things that holds your mouth open?
I bought them. I just bought them on Amazon. They're going with me to my next appointment. The next and you don't have to do this on active duty, because if you're on active duty, the fine men and women at our local dental clinic have these devices that'll hold your mouth open so you don't go through muscle fatigue.
Do you know what they don't have, though?
What?
That numbing spray to when they make retainers so that you don't hit Corman on accident.
Oh, you'll never let that go, will you? So yeah,
Why do you not have that spray?
I went on Amazon and I got the little mouth bridges things, and I'm taking them with me to the next appointment and showing them. Here, can we use these? Because I like to be comfortable when I'm uncomfortable. When I'm uncomfortable, I want to be the most comfortable I can be. Maybe your experiences out there with your dentist are different and on the economy, but I'm going to tell you the best dentist stuff that I have had done during my time here in Rota was done at the Naval Hospital by the professionals of the dental clinic there. Great people who actually care. This is the only promo I'm ever going to give because I don't get free service there. I can go in the waiting room and wait for somebody not to make their appointment, and trick some active duty guy into making an appointment and then canceling it like, oh, what a coincidence. I just happen to be here.
I think you're onto something.
It wasn't my idea, but the genius who came up with it should get credit, but I can't. It's T-Bone and Chick Brew in the morning. Did you turn me down?
No.
I missed it.
Oh.
As you know, if you are a fan of the show, we cannot take your request, but we are highly suggestionable. So we tell you to go onto the fan page there by searching the hashtag Lunsby, Lunsb. Search the hashtag Lunsby. Join the fan page, and if you've got something that you want to hear, you let us know. And, maybe it'll come up. It'll be coincidental. It'll just be, it is not fulfilling your request. It is just mere coincidence that something you may want to hear actually plays on the radio. Man, it is a shame we were not on yesterday. Remember when we used to do this show on Thursdays?
We used to do this show on many days.
No, I think Thursdays is the only other day that we had. And if you remember why we got booted from Thursdays?
I remember a few times that we've been booted.
Do you remember the reason why we were permanently booted from Thursdays?
No, why?
Morning Joe with the CO.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, the stash came in and took our time slot.
I'm not mad. Attention to the stash. I still see him sometimes, much to his chagrin.
Yes, well...
Mustache is still strong, though.
I heard he is enjoying life, that he's loving the new duty station and loving the anonymity that comes with just being a normal guy on the base. That's what I heard. I also heard that Tabrin has an amazing fashion taste.
Oh, I read that as well. You know what? You do you, boo-boo.
Yeah, I'm all for it. I love it.
Whatever strikes your fancy.
Especially with the movie Dolomite coming out, she needs to be sporting that coat.
Almost wore, it's almost that time of year to bring out the Ecuadorian parka with the big eagle, the big phoenix eagle thing. I'm ready. I wore it at the house the other day, and it's the first time Rupert really encountered it as a thinking animal, not just a puppy. And he was confused. He's like, "What is this? Can I eat this?"
So we didn't have a show yesterday. It was kind of upsetting because, man. All right, so the survey says basically our audience listens to us from about 10 to 12 minutes. That's the average transit time between the talk break and radio and transit time. So they get about 10 to 12 minutes of us a day or on Fridays. Yesterday, we had a captive audience. We had a captive audience thanks to a protest that kind of shut down all traffic. And everybody was just sitting there in the car. Me and myself, I sat there in the car for like 40 minutes, just being patient. I'm not really stressing, And
it is what it is. What are you going to do about it?
Right. And then I started to get bored. And then I picked up the phone. And I was like, oh, I forgot I had a phone where I could communicate with other people and make this time go fast.
Oh,
and I did. I had a good time doing it, but the radio was on the entire time. But they weren't really talking about something that everyone needed to know about. When you get in your car in the morning, if you ever find a situation like that, call us in the studio at 727-1025. It's the number of the last four digits are our frequency that we're on, okay? 727-1025. You call us and you give us information like that, whether it's me and Chick Brew or whether it's any of the other DJs, and we can start funneling that information out to other people. So the queue goes from 10,000 cars to the 15 that are in a place where they can't turn around.
Right, because that's really what happened.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate. I get it. But again,
In the event of an emergency, remember to inform your DJs that are live. Don't call when Germany's on. It doesn't do any good. But if we're on, you call us and we can spread that word. We are a part of your information network, whether it's good information or bad information. But most of the time, it's good information. So now that you got the number and you've got the fan page, give us a call, 727-1025 or 956-82-1025. It's T-Bone and Chick Brew in the morning. And he's in Fort Meade right now, right?
oh gosh.
So he has the ability to hear what we're
He
saying
could hear
about
what
him.
we're saying.
But we won't do that.
No,
we won't. So what here's October Sober October Rota is ongoing. I got 18 miles to my name. I'm at the top of the leaderboard, and I'm happy. I'm smiling, but deep down inside, just so you know, I am hurting. Now,
what was with the blood?
yeah.
Yeah, my mom liked it, and I was like, "Good job, mom." Enjoy his pain.
Yeah. So my wife wants to throw away my bloody socks. I'm like, you can't do that. You're like the mom that throws away the kid's football jersey because it's got a grass stain on it. You don't do that.
You bleach them.
No, you just clean them. It's okay. It's just blood. It's my blood. It's okay. But yeah, I'm old and squishy. I got a lot of flab. I got a lot of stuff moving around. Things rub together. It happens. I had to put on my shopping list something I don't have to ever put on my shopping list.
Bruh.
Vaseline.
Vaseline.
Yeah, Vaseline is a fat runner's lifeblood. So if you got parts that are rubbing together, you put some Vaseline on it, and it makes life so much easier and bearable, because it can become unbearable. So I've got all the normal pain, the chronic back pain, the chronic knee pain, the stuff that I've had for years. I work through that. I deal with that pain. But now I'm getting new pains in areas where I didn't know, like in my tenderloins. I'm like, what? In my hip flexors. I didn't even know hip flexors were real, but I'm in my hip flexors.
You got to do the stretch, man.
Yeah, you know who else says that? You got to stretch.
No. I don't believe in taking time for the stretching, which is why everything hurts. But you do that weird walk when you like just step it out like a weird.
I do the weird walk. I do know how to step it out.
Yeah, step it out. I'm going to get my coffee, weird walk in the hallway, take up as much space as possible.
I do it in public. That's the sad part. And
I do too. I will walk to my car like that.
Do you know it is now October? Now, I don't want you to get upset, folks, but we have to start talking about Christmas. And I know Thanksgiving hasn't happened yet and Halloween hasn't happened yet, but when it comes to Christmas-styled activities that we do annually here in Rota, they're all done at the very beginning of December, which is right after Thanksgiving and only shortly after Halloween. The Rota Santa Run habitually takes place the first Saturday of December. And I've put a lot of thought into it, and you know my trepidations. I think we're going to do it. I'm pretty sure we're going to do it. And what that means is within the next couple of weeks, I have to have a list of all the kids. I have to have a list of all their ages. I have to start the toy drive where people pledge to buy toys. Then we have to collect the toys. We have to wrap the toys. And we have to do all of this in the 3 phases that we normally do it before the run on the first Saturday of December. So if you start seeing some Santa Claus stuff, please don't send your hate my way. I'm sorry, but the calendar forces us to do stuff, to plan for the Rota Santa Run. I'm going to put a thing out today on the Rota Santa Run. I'm really curious about past participants. If they have found the run to be too long, too short, we make it family friendly. We keep it under 5K. The strollers are welcome. Pets are welcome. We do a lot of fun stuff for the Good Santa Run. If you don't know the difference, there's a big difference. There's the Good Santa Run, which is where we do something for a charity that we support here with a monetary donation collected from the run, and the toy drive that we do in support of the run. And then there's a Bad Santa Run, which is not the same thing. It is definitely much more fun. When we come back, we're going to talk about Rota Rideshare, and we're going to give you your weekend safety brief. Is it that time already?
Yeah, that was a really short song.
Well,
only 2 minutes and 36 seconds.
It seems a little early to be given the weekend safety brief.
Why don't we talk about Rota Rideshare?
Well, I was going to include that in the Rota safety brief, but
We'll talk about something else then.
what do you want to talk about?
I don't know. Let's say thanks to Erickson for being a superhero
Oh, my
today.
goodness. When you have the opportunity to help someone, do it. It's a good thing all the way around.
I appreciated that.
When you have the opportunity to put somebody in a situation that requires help, sometimes you should do that too.
Oh, wait. I have a question. Are CBs doing a haunted house this year?
I have not heard anything about the CB haunted house this year, and if they did do it, I don't know where.
Where?
Oh, they might do it in the woods again. You know what? I'll ask around and see if anybody's got any information on that, because the annual CB haunted house is a big thing here in Rota, and it's a big fundraiser, a run phaser. It's a big run phaser for the CB ball, which is the only ball I attend anymore.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't. I'm Navy ball.
It's coming up.
That's it. Yep. I got my tickets.
All right. Good for you.
Yeah. And I haven't forgotten. Last year, I don't know what. Last year, I bought the tickets, did the thing, put them in the place where I put tickets and other weird things that I buy. And then someone's like, so what time are you going to Navy Ball tonight? And I went, what? Completely forgot about it.
So here's what I know about this year's Navy Ball. I think it's going to be real good. I know the people on the Navy Ball committee have worked really, really hard to make for a nice event. So, you know, the unforgotten heroes, or they're the forgotten heroes of the let's throw a party at everyone's expense genre, if you will. I'm just giving them some credit. They did a good job. I'm a little upset they couldn't come up with the bingo, though. I thought the bingo would have been a good fundraising idea, because then I'd listen to the other people doing bingo, like the PTSA's doing bingo
I love
soon.
bingo.
Right? Why doesn't MWR do bingo?
That was the only good thing about Bahrain.
Who is it at MWR
Bingo
we
night.
need to talk to? We need to talk to them about how to do a good comedy show, like the one that's coming up on November the 1st, how they can improve on it.
That's are we having a Sober October party November 1st at the comedy show?
We could, I have no problem with that.
I would like to. We could break the fast together.
We must go
and
somewhere.
raise a glass
Well,
to our fallen socks.
It's possible that I may go with the October 31st, just past midnight thing.
I'm old and I will already be asleep.
Yeah, I probably will too.
Yeah.
I have found that pain medicines with the PM on the end of them are good for sleep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so you're getting the exercise in. Remember to hydrate. So minimum, before I go to bed, is 1.5 liters of water, the minimum. And I take one of those PM pills. Mm-hmm. Man, I wake up and I am not anything. So...
no longer premenopausal. He's post.
Yeah,
folks.
so we'll come back and we'll give you. Now we're going to come back with the real weekend safety brief to include a little bonus on the Rota Rideshare. But we still need to find out who we need to talk to at MWR.
I love bingo.
Bingo.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I don't understand that song.
So strange that Okinawa has bingo.
Why do they have bingo?
They have bingo. I don't know, but they got it. Miss Shirley is loving it. It's bingo in Okinawa. We have to have bingo here. You need a
not
numbers
fair.
caller? I'll be the numbers caller.
Oh, you need a crazy person with a bunch of troll dolls? I'll be a crazy person with a bunch of troll
B
dolls.
as in...
No, you don't, sir. B as in...
N as in... Oh, I would get fired immediately.
Yes.
While we're talking about letters that means things, let's talk about the ACC. And I'm not talking about...
Austin Community College?
I had that on the list right there. I said you would love it. Oh, I'm not talking about the Atlantic Coast Conference. I'm not talking about the American Chemistry Council. And I'm not talking about Austin Community College.
Oh, my alma mater.
We're talking about accident, crime, and court-martial prevention. It's the ACC of your weekend safety brief. Just like that. So how do you avoid being in an accident? Well,
Don't leave the house.
Yes, right?
Wear the padded suit.
We were having an office conversation recently, and I just let out this tip. I said, creep show. I don't know if we were talking about bugs or we were talking about just putting yourself inside a bubble, and I said creep show. And one other person remembered what creep show and the white room was all about, the old creep show. So for those of you who are listening, and you remember what it was like to get one little cucaracha inside the white room that's sanitized. Wow, I digress. So accident prevention is done like this. You pay attention to your surroundings, you drive defensively, and you never, ever, ever mix drugs, prescription, of course, or alcohol, non-prescription, with driving. You never mix those because everything that you do while you're driving is the most dangerous thing that you will do every day, bless you, and catch the flu from your coworker.
I licked your microphone.
Driving is the most dangerous thing you will do every day, and when you are driving, it needs your full attention. No texting, no talking, no reading books or newspapers. I passed a carabinieri officer one time many, many years ago who was, no kidding, smoking a cigarette, drinking coffee while reading the paper and driving in a cop car. But he was doing like 10 miles an hour, so at least he was being safe about it. So accident prevention, as always, no drugs, no drinking, no alcohol, drive defensively. That one is easy. But when it comes to court-martial prevention, that one is a little bit more difficult because what we have to ask you to do there is to act like an adult. Usually, the reason people are finding themselves in front of the judge is because they had a severe lapse in judgment. And I hate to be the teetotaler here during SoberOctoberRota, but most of the time that lack of judgment comes from one of two things: alcohol or sexual inhibitions. Yes. Remember, we talk about touching people. You're not allowed to touch people anymore. You're not allowed to do that.
I love that people can't just touch.
Yeah. I don't like being touched.
I don't either.
I don't like hugging. I don't like any of that. I do.
If I don't know you, I don't like hugging.
I don't like doing it with people I know.
I don't like handshakes. Handshakes are gross.
Yeah, I'm a fist bumper kind of guy. I honestly, if it comes down between the two versions, a handshake or a hug, I'll give you a hug before a handshake.
Yes, accurate.
Yes, and on that same line, keep your phones off the table. I want to keep. If I did that, I've talked about it. If I bring a toilet seat with me to dinner everywhere I go and just have it in a nice little bag, and the moment somebody puts their phone up on the dinner table, I take that toilet seat out and put it on the dinner table. I think eventually people would get the clue that things you have in the bathroom don't belong on the food table. I think eventually they'll catch on. So court-martial prevention means be an adult, do the right things, don't get in trouble, don't do stupid stuff, surround yourself with good people, because sometimes the people you surround yourself with could draw you into a bad situation. And when it comes to crime prevention, well, don't be the criminal. This is an angle we've never taken before in the ACC, but if you're out there committing the crimes, you are not doing anything when it comes to crime prevention.
You are the problem.
And you probably don't need to be in this job. Yeah, we don't need you here. I hate a thief. I really do.
I do. I just do. It's just so disrespectful.
It's disrespectful. It's angerful. I don't know the words we want to use. All I know is,
as someone whose car has been broken into many times with all kinds, and not here.
Right, your car has been broken into more in the States than here.
More in the States. Every time has been in the States. And none of them have been good. It is such a feeling of violation.
Oh, the only thing worse is having your house broken into. The only thing worse than having your car broken into is having your house broken into. And now here's what we can do. To avoid getting your car broken into, you could just not put stuff of value in your car. And just as a habit, always keep your car clean, keep it empty. It is not a place to store your fine china.
Don't tempt anyone.
Yes. Now, when it comes to your house, here we are very fortunate. We got bars, we got concrete, and we got doors that require you to flip them many, many times.
Yeah.
Every time you turn that key, you're engaging another lock. I had Roy Wood Jr. from The Daily Show. He's on Twitter, and he's talking about the door that the cops can't break into. You know, they're beating the door with the big battering ram. And I took pictures of my door and I was like, this is just a normal door here. There's nothing special about this door. Please import these doors to America. Steel framed, solid construction with multiple locked doors. I think we should all have those. I see a video of somebody kicking in a door, like a bad guy kicking in a door. And I hate that. Get a better door. It's time.
Look at your sad door. It's a bathroom door. You've got it on the front door. It doesn't go there.
T-Bone's Throne Talk. So this has been a wonderful, great episode of T-Boone. T-Boone.
You know if you're T-Bone.
T-Bone, the teetotaling T-Bone.
I'm a vegan T-Bone.
It's been T-Bone and Chick in the morning. It's been wonderful spending this morning with you. And as always, remember, if you were a great person yesterday, be an even better person tomorrow.
And don't forget that you are loved.